So I am going to read out this last two lines of the third stanza again. By sun and cold, by good times and tough times, by rain and snow, the same thing. By good times and tough times, they are metaphors. I will carry out the analysis of the poem in my second lecture. By sun and cold, by facing tough times. Sun means good times, cold means bad times. Sun means the thin, and sun and cold mean thin and thick. Sun and cold means smooth and tough. So smooth and rough, that's exactly what it means. By sun and cold, sun helps trees to grow. Cold, it kills trees. It takes away the fruit, the leaves, as I have just told you. With the help of tough times and good times. That is the meaning of the second last line. In trees and men, both in case of trees, in case of men, good timbers grow, mighty, majestic, gigantic trees grow up. And in case of men, men become men of characters, strong characters, men of achievement, men of substance. So anybody who has had tough times and good times, only he can become a man of achievement. Otherwise, you are not going to achieve anything in life without facing challenges and difficulties in life. Last stanza goes like this. Where thickest lies the forest grove, we find the patriarchs of both. Where thickest lies, thick, dense, the most dense part, or you can say densest part, the densest part of the jungle, of the forest, is the place, is the part where you can find the most majestic, the most robust, the tallest, the strongest trees. It's paradoxical, I've just told you. I mean, the poet wants to say that when a jungle is too dense, when the trees are planted too close to each other, clearly there is little space for them, there is little light for them, they cover each other, they are crowded together, they are crammed for space, so they don't receive enough amount of fresh air because they are overcrowded, they don't receive fresh amount of sunlight, they don't receive the sunlight, enough amount of sunlight. And in the same way, when they receive the nutrients down there on the earth, on the ground, so these nutrients are also shared, competed for by these trees. But because there are too many trees and there are too less nutrients, vital nutrients available, so survival of the trees in the densest part, in the thickest part, is the most difficult thing for them. Survival of trees is extremely difficult in the thickest part of the forest. Keeping in view the advice, the opinion of the agricultural experts who believe that spacing the trees is necessary. And yes, that makes sense. So, but paradoxically enough, the poet says, the tallest trees, the most gigantic trees, the most majestic trees grow up where the jungle is, where the forest is the thickest, where the forest is the densest. Paradoxical. The tallest tree, the strongest trees, they grow where there is little room for them for growth, there is little room, little space, and where they are overcrowded and where there are little amount of nutrients available to them to grow and survive, where little amount of sunlight is available because there is forest canopy overhead and it doesn't allow them to grow and reach to the highest possible level. So this is something surprising for us, that the tallest trees and the strongest trees grow in that part of the jungle which is the thickest, and where they have little chances for survival, where they have lots of difficulties to grow up, to grow stronger, and to stay erect. This is something really surprising for us. Where thickest lies the forest growth, we find the patriarchs of both. Where in the densest part of the jungle, we find the patriarchs. Patriarchs literally means male head of a family, or you can simply say the head, the patron of a family. So he says the tallest trees, it's a metaphor, the tallest trees grow up, and he calls the tallest trees as patriarchs. In the first stanza, he calls the tallest tree as the king of forest king, and now he calls patriarchs, he calls the tallest tree as patriarch. Okay, he says that the tallest trees, the highest trees, they grow in the densest part, in the thickest part of the jungle, where the chances of survival are far, far less than the other parts of the jungle which are less dense, which are less thick. This is something really surprising for us. That's the lesson that he wants to give us. Where thickest lies the forest growth, we find the patriarchs of both, and they hold counsel with the stars. And these trees, they grow up so tall, so gigantic, they seem to reach the sky almost. And at night it seems as if they are talking to the stars. They are having a chit chat. They are whispering to the stars. They are so high, so tall, whose broken branches show the scars. Yes. But on the other side, these tallest trees have the greatest number of broken branches, greatest number of scars, signs of wound on their bodies. You know, we say the seasoned warrior, the battle hardened soldier has the greatest number of wounds on his body. So the tallest trees, they are so tall that it seems as if they are touching the sky, and they are holding a council, a meeting with the stars. They have the greatest number of broken branches. They have greater number of challenges faced. They have the greater number of wounds on their bodies, the scars on their bodies. It isn't easy. Good timber does not grow with ease. Remember it. You cannot become a man of great achievement without suffering, without stresses, without pressures in life. Remember that. So, and they hold councils with the stars, whose broken branches show the scars, and their broken branches reveal that they have suffered scars of winds, of gales, of storms. Of what? Of many winds, of many storms. They have faced lots of storms in their lives. Life isn't easy. An easy life does not lead to achievement in life. Remember, so they had faced many winds and windstorms in life, and much of strife, and much of challenges, much of troubles, much of difficulties. This is the common law of life. The poet says it is a universal principle of nature. Tough times shape up your personality. Tough times shape up, carve out your destiny. If you want to achieve anything great in life, try to be ready for challenges in life. Face challenges, handle the tough times, cope with the difficulties, and you will grow stronger and stronger and better and better, and you will turn into not only a man of achievement but also a man of strong character. So kids, consider yourself lucky if you don't have luxuries and all the comforts and all the luxuries, all the facilities of life available at your disposal. Consider yourself as lucky. And if you have challenges, troubles, difficulties that you have to face on daily basis, consider yourself as lucky. And why? Because these things bring the best out of us. Adversity reveals the best qualities. So those who have everything available to them, all the luxuries and comforts, they can never turn into great people. As he says somewhere, that the man who never toils to own a piece of land, you have inherited property from your parents, you have bequeathed wealth from your parents, and you have all the luxuries and comforts of life available to you. There are greater chances you'll not make your mark in life. So consider yourself lucky if you are facing challenges and difficulties and pressures in life. Your poverty is your wealth. Your weaknesses are your strengths. Your wounds are your weapons. Your failures are your successes. I hope you have got the message. I hope you have learned the message that life is all about struggle. Life is all about facing challenges boldly. Thank you very much. Take care.